Hi, this is Brian Icenhower, and I am here with a real estate coaching client of mine named Doug Strickland that I am so happy he's on the call. Doug, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Yeah, it is great to have you on the call because I think you have an amazing story. I mean, we haven't even been coaching for a full year yet, have we?
I think we are just about 10 months.
10 months. Okay, yeah. Doug is we're on separate coasts. I'm in California, and Doug is in Philadelphia. Occasionally we have some sports and athletic rivalries that we will jite about. And it's nice and sunny here in California, and poor Doug has been just come out of a glaring rainstorm. So Doug, thank you for braving the weather and and making it on this video for us.
Yeah, no worries. Getting ready for football season.
Yeah, no kidding. And it has been an exciting year. Doug has had some phenomenal production increases last year, and I'm going to brag on you, Doug, because I know you're probably not going to do this. In fact, we were just kind of working through the numbers to make sure we were up to date. And as we're closing out the year, previous year, Doug had and his team had 23 total closings, totaling about 7 million in volume. Does that sound about accurate to you, Doug?
That's correct.
Yep. Already this year, we're pretty certain Doug is on track, finishing up this year with 70 closings and 22 million in production in just this short time frame. It's absolutely phenomenal, Doug. I can't imagine that was something that you expected.
Well, we wanted to have some growth, right? That is pretty explosive growth. We've got some really good people on staff, and the adding coaching to my business about a year ago was really helpful because it just helped get some of the things out of the way for me and make sure that we were doing the right things to help support the team and put the right people in place so that we can continue to grow. And we need to continue growing. And that's really our plan, is to continue scaling our business so that we can grow and put people in position so that they can have success at a different level than they may be able to have on their own.
Yeah, and I think that's really important to you. I mean, I think from the outset, that's been the key. Having life balance is really important for you and your family. And you also have a pretty successful construction company that you need to devote some time to as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's pretty committed. Yeah, we do all kinds of general contracting and a family. I've got 3 kids and a wife. So yeah, we're pretty busy. So scaling is a necessity for me as well, to be able to provide the level of service that I want to provide to all my clients as I want to continue to grow.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, increasing your annual production by 300%, getting 3 times the growth in 1 year is a quick way to be able to scale your business. I'll tell you that right away. So let's talk about how you're able to do this amazing thing where you triple your production, more than triple your production. What do you think the biggest key to that was?
I think the start of the biggest part of our growth was we had some good foundations, but we were very inconsistent. Our administrative staff continued to change year over year, or year and a half, here and there. And we had a couple part-time people. We had a 25-hour person, and they would just come and go. And so there wasn't any real continuity to the administrative side of my bit, like all of basically my support. It just wasn't solid enough. And so it continued to put me back into doing things instead of actually growing the business, doing more administrative tasks. Whereas, when we came over to ICC, that was the number one thing I said I needed help with. I want help with recruiting the right person to basically run my office so that I don't have to think about it. Yep. And then focus on growing the business, because we'll be able to provide a better experience for our clients if we have better back end systems in place. And then I can focus on growing, the sales side of things.
Boy, did you? Yeah, and who we're talking about? You got an amazing administrative manager that is full time committed to you. You took a big leap there, man. I mean, you actually increased what you were, or I guess what anybody would want to pay to hire real top talent in that role. And you've got an amazing person in that role now. And I think that created the foundation for your team to grow. The agents on your team feel that support, appreciate that support. And she wasn't easy to find, was she? Like we had to hunt a little bit.
Yeah, we did. It's interesting because in our search, we did find her, but as soon as we found her, I started to validate her off of other candidates that we had as well to make sure she was going to really be what we thought was the best fit. And you made me go very slow in the hiring process to make sure we really had the right person. We did have a lot of candidates, but it was really clear that this was going to be a good hire, and I wanted to go slow. So it's definitely paid off, that's for sure. And now we're looking to add additional staff to support our growth because we've had such good growth.
No, I agree. That's a testament to you. You actually did embrace our systems really well, and you were patient. And we did get through lots and lots of candidates. We generated quite a few. That's a lot of phone screening interviews. That's a lot of behavioral assessing. That's a lot of in-person interview, checking references, things like that. And you went through it all and did it all. And you weren't too. You weren't.
Well, it's interesting, right? It's a lot of work, and you have to. And I really appreciate that you made me go slowly because I haven't really done that in the past with hiring. And one of the issues we've always had is that is such a key person to running everything that we do. If we don't have exactly the right fit, you're going to keep getting the same results. And year after year after year after year, with continuing to replace people, it just really needed somebody solid. And it's been great. And I would have probably hired too quickly if it wasn't, for you telling me to look at all these other people and consider these applications and put them through the entire hiring process.
Yep. No, and I think that, I mean, to me, it's the most important element. And it's where a lot of teams definitely fail is they don't put enough emphasis on the administrative support they provide their agents. You do a great job of that. Agents on your team, yourself included, are now, she handles everything from listing to contract and all the way from contract to the close. So the agents on your team can really focus their efforts on selling real estate. And once they get something under contract, we're gone, and they can get back into their strengths and they can get back out there generating business. So many teams will halfway that step. And the agents don't really get the value of being on a team, and people aren't specialized in their different fields. And now you've got, much better customer service than any sales agent's going to provide. I know better than you and I could provide. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, and I think another key component of this particular hire is we did make it a full-time position, whereas it's the first full-time. It was a leap for me to go from a 20, 25, 30 hour during the busy season to just full-time all the way through the year. Because with my previous production, that's a really big chunk. However, we looked at all the numbers and where we were headed, and it made sense and it fit them. We weren't ever going to get any further unless I think we got that full-time person as well, which is important.
Yeah. Now
that was a leap. That was a leap that I fought for a long time. I fought it for longer than.
Oh yeah,
than
no. Throughout the process, I remember But now, what's funny, once you got that in place, you were able to then set up amazing systems for your agents, not just handling the contractual work. You've increased your marketing through that. your productivity training and onboarding systems for the new agents on your team. You're holding them accountable in weekly team meetings. All of that's now was able to materialize shortly thereafter. So the second half of this year, you guys have just been focused in growing, and everybody on the team is actually putting forth effort and activity to generate and grow business as well.
Yep. Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, I feel like we're the most organized that we've ever been. And with some of our tracking sheets, our systems, our marketing, we're able to generate leads for our agents that go right into our CRM, right into smart plans that actually work. And it's nice because it allows us to close more business and spend less time doing it and make more money, which is nice.
Yep. And you get to constantly reward yourself by not listening to me harp on you to get those systems in place. Week after week.
Yeah, but as we keep growing, we keep adding more systems. So,
That's true.
Systems. But without the systems, we'd really be a mess.
True. No. And you can see the focus. The way that team is now focused on growth and production is phenomenal. In fact, now it's created a new problem for you, a good problem. What I'll call often as an uptown problem is you and I are working on your recruiting systems. Because you've got your agent training and onboarding systems pretty well in place. The agents come on your team, man, they are going to get into production and generate income very, very quickly because of your admin support systems and your productivity and training and onboarding systems. Now we just need more agents because you've got a surplus of business, and we've got great administrative support. So now you're already off the running there. You're definitely growing on a recruiting standpoint, and that's kind of sky's the limit from this point.
Yeah, we're going to continue to hire administrative and sales staff because as we grow, we need both.
Right.
And we're constantly looking for really top talent, and we want to work with top talent and just keep growing our business.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting too. I'll tell you, it's phenomenal work. And it just made me think of the fact too, like you and I are about to start talking on our weekly calls of what are next year's goals. And that's it's going to be hard to top the increase now. I don't start thinking about it, Doug. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, well, another 300+% increase year over year would be pretty significant. I might not make it through that one, but we're going to have definitely some pretty lofty goals as we move into next year for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, Doug, thanks so much for all your time on this today. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the past year, man. It's been awesome. It's been a fun ride.
Hey, thank you too. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been good.
All right. Well, guys, thanks everybody for watching on this. Hope you got something out of it. Stay tuned till next time.
To unlock the systems ICC clients are using just like you've seen in this interview, pick up Brian's book, Hire, the complete hiring process for real estate agents, available now on Amazon.